At tender age, Zulum joined his late father in tilling the ground in Luskori, trekking 7 kilometers from home to farm every day. Zulum combined child farming with primary education in Mafa from 1975 to 1980, before proceeding to government secondary school, Mongono, from 1980 to 1985. On graduating from secondary school at 16 years old, Zulum began to fully cater for his education while at the same time supporting his younger ones. In 1986, Zulum entered Ramat Polytechnic in Maiduguri for National Diploma in Irrigation Engineering. As student, he trekked 8 kilometers from Koferbu Ward, where he stayed with relations, to school and back because he could not afford daily transport fares. After graduating with National Diploma in 1988, Zulum joined Borno State Civil Service in 1989 as an Assistant Technical Officer at the Ministry of Agriculture. In 1990, Zulum began his bachelor's degree in agricultural engineering at the University of Maiduguri and graduated in 1994. Between 1984 to 1999, covering the periods Zulum was a student at the Polytechnic and university, afterwards, Zulum eked out a living as a commercial taxi driver, intermittently driving buses, moving later to a commercial pickup ferrying firewood. In these 16 years, Zulum learned how to fix vehicles he drove, and he combined driving with operating a commercial grinding machine while spending weekends in Mafa, where he was born. In 1997, Zulum proceeded to the University of Ibadan and graduated in 1998 with MSc in Agricultural Engineering. In 1998, Zulum joined the University of Maiduguri as an assistant lecturer. In 2005, he began his PhD in soil and water engineering, graduating in 2009. Zulum was now a complete academic, rising through the ranks, at some point becoming Deputy Dean and Acting Dean of the Faculty of Agricultural Engineering. In 2011, the Governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, who had known Zulum's potential for years, appointed Zulum as rector of Ramat Polytechnic, which Zulum knew well as a student. However, even as a rector, Zulum preferred to retain a lower salary as a lecturer in the University of Maiduguri. In other words, he served for free as a rector. That wise and selfless decision enabled Zulum to continue lecturing at the university while overseeing the Polytechnic. At some point, Zulum studied at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. In 4 years, Zulum brought impressive changes at the Ramat Polytechnic, so much that in 2015, Governor Kashim Shettima, stunned by Zulum's rare incorruptibility and competence, appointed Zulum as Borno's Pioneer Commissioner for Reconstruction, Rehabilitation, and Resettlement. Despite controlling billions of naira for reconstruction works, Zulum neither bought a personal house nor a personal car for himself, as testified by Governor Shettima. Zulum oversaw the construction of over 30,000 resettlement homes, schools, hospitals, and other vital public services, which facilitated the gradual restoration of civil authority in local government areas and continued return of IDPs to communities in 14 local government areas. While rebuilding communities, Zulum sustained his teaching and research at the University of Maiduguri, and his passion was crowned in 2016 when the university moved Dr. Zulum to Professor Zulum, specialized in soil and water engineering. In October 2018, the time came to choose who was best positioned to become a candidate and ruling APC ahead of 2019 governorship. Then Governor Kashim Shettima came up with what became a nationally referenced article which comprehensively advocated the choice of Professor Zulum as Borno's natural governor in the midst of daunting challenges. In Shettima's article, he predicted so honestly, humbly, and generously unusual that Zulum was going to outperform his achievements for the benefit of Borno people. Zulum, who was a bestseller to Borno's electorate, won the 2019 governorship with more than 1 million votes. It was a rare feat. Since his swearing in on May 29, 2019, Zulum wasted no time in confronting the many challenges facing Borno State. Zulum undertake surprise visits to hospitals at midnight, schools early morning, and public establishment at any time to get first-hand information. With that unusual approach, Professor Zulum in his first 100 days executed 120 projects. In 1 year, Zulum delivered 326 physical projects and 49 capital-intensive programs and policies. Amongst Zulum's 326 physical projects were more than 6,000 urban and low-cost houses for resettlement of internally displaced persons and refugees who fled from attacks by Boko Haram. The list included 76 capital projects on education, which included new schools, 46 projects on healthcare services, which included 37 primary healthcare centers, 40 capital projects on infrastructure, which included new roads and ongoing construction of Borno's first flyover with upper and lower lanes. Also in the list were 18 capital projects and rural and urban electrification, drilling of 213 new boreholes with distribution lines, and rehabilitation of 335 existing boreholes, maintenance of the Maiduguri water treatment plant, Alau raw water facility, and the Water Works B facility. Combining approaches to tackling Boko Haram and humanitarian outcomes, Zulum allocated hundreds of vehicles and logistics to Nigerian armed forces, increased monthly allowances of volunteers like the civilian JTF, recruited thousands of hunters and vigilantes. Zulum also became Borno's chief humanitarian officer, touring communities to supervise livelihood support, facilitate restoration of civil authorities, agriculture, and self-employment through massive investment like this vocational training institute in Minna, which has 14 workshops for training of 1,500 displaced persons with varieties of entrepreneurial skills. Now in his second year, Zulum has surpassed the 326 projects delivered in the first year.
Zulum even launched a 25-year recovery and development plan for Borno State, which is being implemented. Impressed by his astonishing achievement, Zulum has won different awards. Zulum won NUJ's Most Promising First-Term Governor 2019, Muslim Personality of the Year 2019, Tales Magazine's Governor of the Year 2020, Vanguard's Newspaper's Personality of the Year 2020, Leadership Newspaper's Personality of the Year 2020 on Governance, Zik Prize for Leadership 2020, Silverbird Special Award 2020, Igberes TV's Governor of the Year 2020, Community Development Pillar Award 2020, and Business Day Newspaper's Governor of the Year 2021.